Well, it appears Republicans' favorite troublemaking Democrat, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is no longer a Democrat. It's a move that could have major implications for the 2024 election, not because he could win, but more because he could cause someone to lose. Like I said, he's quite the troublemaker, he is. So I want to be clear, my opinion going into the 2024 election is kind of going out the window with RFK. Going into it, I've been thinking that Trump's going to lose. There's a couple reasons for that. I know the polls look really good for him right now, but I'm skeptical. I'm wondering if we're having a 2022 red wave vibes all over again. That's kind of what I'm getting. There's a couple reasons for this. One is that Democrats are just super motivated to vote against Trump as much as they're not motivated to vote for Joe Biden. I guarantee you that they're going to want to vote against Donald Trump. Two, I'm not seeing him making any changes that's going to change minds going into the 2024 election, especially people who say voted for him in 2016, but then voted for Biden in 2020. I just don't see those changes. And then three, there's the indictments, which are just a killer in the general election. Polls do bear that out as well. So if you're touting the polls for Donald Trump saying he's doing so well against Biden right now, it's true he is, but you have to look at those polls too. So I say all that, that's my thinking going in, but RFK, he's quite the wild card here, and he does honestly change the math because he's just a different kind of guy. And the polls show some pretty interesting things. A Reuters Ipsos poll shows that 1 in 7 Americans say that they're willing to vote for RFK. That's massive, and it just shows how politically divided we are right now and how people hate the bipartisan system as it stands. Plus, there's Kennedy himself. He's kind of an odd duck here. He's very much a Democrat in many ways, especially when it comes to environmental issues. But then again, he's very Trumpy. I've heard him described as a MAGA Democrat. I think that's correct. He's anti-establishment. He's been very strong against the COVID lockdowns and the vaccines. And frankly, he's just been a delightful thorn in the side of the Democrat Party. So the question is right now, who's he going to bleed votes from, Trump or Biden? It's really, really hard to tell. My instinct right now is that he could draw more away from Biden. And that has nothing to do with Democrats voting for Biden. That just seems to be that the people who would vote for Trump, who like RFK, they're just going to vote for Trump anyway. It's like, sure, we like RFK. He's fun. He's exciting. He is that MAGA Democrat, like I said. But why would I vote for him when I can vote for Donald Trump? He might, though, be enough of a Democrat to draw away the people who are disaffected with Joe Biden that he might draw their vote. That's a possibility. But then again, it's very possible Kennedy's outsider perspective on things like vaccines and the like are going to alienate those Democrats and, on the other hand, draw in the disaffected Republicans, as there are quite a few who are very angry with Donald Trump over his handling of COVID-19 and the vaccines. Ron DeSantis has been mainly drawing in those voters right now, but if he ends up not being the nominee, Ron DeSantis that is, you could see some of them not voting for Trump and going for RFK instead. So that's a possibility as well. Plus, Kennedy's own internal polling do show him generally drawing a couple points away from Trump and leaving Trump and Biden in a tie in 2024. So that's kind of interesting, right? Where does that really leave us? Honestly, I don't know. He's such a wild card that it's hard to say, but he's a dangerous one for both candidates for the reasons I both listed. That same poll shows him with 19 points in the 2024 election. That's the biggest that I think any third-party candidate's seen in at least 2 decades. It could be even more than that. I'm not entirely sure, but it just goes to show that both Biden and Trump have to pay attention to RFK in this upcoming election. He's quite the dangerous candidate to both of them, and either one who ignores him is going to be doing it at their own peril. Well, with that, I'm Samuel Case. This has been Case in Point, and we will see you next time.